The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Thursday podcast.
Hey, yo. I know the cyclone's hitting and all the rest of it. I've got to be honest. I'm so looking forward to the footy tonight.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the Bronx.
We've sort of
Bronx
made
too. Yeah.
We've sort of made like the big TV room like a bit of a bunker at home. And I came home yesterday and Sarah sort of loaded it up with, you know, all the kids' clothes, and there's more pillows in there and shit, and some backup food or whatever. It was just like, hey, if we just want to bunker in and make the kids feel comfortable, if they get freaked out, you know, all their devices, headphones and stuff are in there. So that's my plan tonight, is just to lay down in front of the footy and
bunker down.
And
that's
just
it, man.
I think we're just having a mass sleepover in the lounge room.
I'm telling you, we've been gifted a party night pass.
I think
because
so.
everyone's off work. It's not hitting until the next day. I feel like we've all got the opportunity now to just really enjoy our Thursday night.
Honestly, I had that feeling yesterday. I was a bit worried about actually getting in here this morning, and you know that I showed up late last week. There was every chance to do it again today because I got home. Kids weren't at school yesterday. Their basketball training was cancelled. I had a free night, basically. I didn't have to go and pick up and do a drop. It's a nightmare on Wednesdays for me otherwise.
Oh, you're in activity jail on a Wednesday,
basically,
are you?
yeah. By the time I get home and I leave half an hour again and do, you know, one of 3 different pickups, and then by the time we get home from that, half an hour later, basketball's on for a couple of hours, and I had nothing. I had none of that going on, and knowing I didn't have to clean lunch boxes or anything last night and get stuff packed for them for school this morning, I just felt like I had all this free time. I felt like it was a weekend already. I thought I still got 2 days left.
Mitch, we didn't even wash the lunch boxes last night.
Isn't that the best
That's
feeling?
how relaxed we are.
Lutzi, I know it's not a world you want to get into, but like just the euphoric feeling of a Friday night when you actually get the lunch boxes cleaned and put away in the cupboard, knowing you've got 2.5 days before you have to do anything with them.
Right.
There's something unbelievably and pathetically sad about how happy that makes me feel, and I guess Nikki, you'll get it too. It's
a parental joy.
yeah. And
Can I say something?
No,
As a
go
parent
away,
of 3 children, I don't even know if our kids have lunch boxes, and if they do, I couldn't identify them. I have zero idea if they're empty or full, or I have no idea whatsoever.
You know what Ash puts in his kids' lunchboxes every day? Tuckshop money.
Tuckshop money.
hell yeah.
That's it, man. That's it.
What would cover it these days? A tenner?
No.
Oh, no.
No way.
Really?
No, even sushi's like $7 now.
Yeah,
You got to get
home.
They do sushi. Yeah, I hate to think how much the tuck shop.
What about
would
a
cost.
cheese jaffle and that, though?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
They don't do that. It's all health conscious stuff. Now
Pastry
as well.
and a chocolate milk. Give me a sausage roll and a chocky milk, mate.
No, sausage rolls have gone healthy now and they've lost their flavour.
Go
I think
away.
they're putting
Come
real
on.
meat in them now.
Oh,
That's
gross.
disgusting.
Do you know what we used to have at school? It used to be called a roll in a roll, and it would be a sausage roll served up in a bread roll.
Yeah, I've never,
Get out of jail.
we never had that, but that's unreal.
A roll in a roll, and then some guys used to get a pie and put that in a bread roll. What a
That actually
carb
seems
overload.
sensible. That
Try
seems
paying
sensible,
attention
though.
in science after you've had a pie in a roll or a roll in a roll.
That's going to see
Oh, try going to the boys' toilets after that.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's going to back up on you eventually, isn't it?
Oh. That's
Anyway,
gross.
looking forward to the footy. Looking forward to the footy. I see some bloke who's on the beach right now. I was just looking at the coverage and, you know, the erosion's hitting and all the rest of it. And he's out there with a metal detector. Old mate's gone,
Come
you know.
on, buddy.
He's out there with the metal detector. I wonder if he's found anything. I'd love to interview him.
Well, given the amount of erosion, it's probably something from the 1940s. It'll probably find
wonder.
some brooch.
Wonder what he's getting.
Maybe that's what he's going for.
He's not getting laid. That's what he's not.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
like
getting
a
away
met-
from your family, isn't it, when you're doing that?
The metal detector, that's just... I don't think I'm ever going to be that
I've
guy.
always thought they're kind of
it's a-
criminals.
I reckon they're parking inspectors who buy metal detectors.
Well, they're kind of stealing off you, even though they don't know who they're stealing off. You know what I mean? Like it's only half an atom away from B&E in my mind.
Yeah. Like they're
It's
preying
kind of
on you missing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when
Legal looting.
Well, if you
Yes.
find a wallet in the street, you hand it in, right? They don't.
because
That's
that's their
true.
purpose. Yeah, you find it by accident and you hand it in, but not if you're actually out there searching for it. You would keep it. Yeah, it is looting.
Scavengers.
Yes.
Actually, to make it worse, I remember being on schoolies, and you do like the up all night, and you'd be up when the sun's rising on the beach, and the amount of metal detector idiots that be out there looking for, I guess, I don't know, what bits of jewellery and coins and God knows what else from teenagers celebrating schoolies. I'm like, what are you pocketing off kids yet? Like, this is a no-go zone for you,
Come on, buddy.
Packet of moments condoms.
Yeah, well, yes.
My mate Reegs had to buy my mate Reegs had to buy a metal detector once though, because he was out surfing and he used to have this foolproof way. He used to be so proud of his way that he'd hide his car key, and what he'd do is he'd get his car key, he'd bury it in the sand, but he'd put a stick like on top of it so that he'd just go and dig it out under the stick. And he reckons he was out.
Took it?
No, worse. He was out surfing. He's out past the breaker, and he sees the excavators come down.
Oh, no.
And start digging exactly where he had the stick, and then they're distributing the sand for whatever the erosion. The only way he could get it back was he had to go and buy a metal detector and then go over the whole area. No, he never got him. Never got him.
Oh, no. Imagine being out in flat swell, like you're in between the waves and you see that happening and you just can't get in fast enough and there's just nothing to back you up. It's like an Austin Powers scene in the surf.
Yeah. No. Meanwhile, his shitty Daihatsu charade is sitting there for 3 weeks while he tries to get a spare set of keys cut that cost him So he was down whatever it cost the bloke to come out and cut a new key, however they do that. Plus he was down the $100 he bought for a metal detector off Marketplace. Or whatever it was at the time.
You can buy a charade for less than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they still would they still be roadworthy, the charades? They're quite old now, aren't they?
I don't know.
I mean, you can keep anything going long enough.
This is a while
Tell me about it. I'm not touching that one.
Don't touch that. Moving on.
Hey, what if this thing doesn't hit? What if
I think there's half a chance it won't.
What do you reckon? There's half a chance it might just keep going south.
Well,
it just
honestly,
peters out to
it's
nothing.
not even windy here. I know it's the calm before the storm, but how long does that last? It's blue skies. Like my gym isn't. I know there's bigger things in my gym, but my gym isn't open today.
Yeah.
And honestly,
and if you don't
it's a beautiful day in
exercise,
Brisbane.
You just don't level off, mate. If you don't get to exercise,
It's just the magnesium.
I'm worried about it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what was weird. I struggle with my motivation at the moment to get to the gym, but in Hong Kong, I went to the gym every day at the hotel. What does that mean?
You got different energy. You're
I had more energy.
Motivated and inspired and activated.
Exactly.
And
I didn't sleep.
you're like, whoo.
I didn't have sleeps during the day. It was crazy. You're right, Nikki.
Yeah, you were stimulated.
I was.
And you were getting up earlier than usual.
I was getting up at 4 a.m. Yeah, exactly.
That suggests to me that you were really bored with your life.
Yep. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But it's interesting how you can switch it, and that's an energy thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're on holiday, you'll do like 40,000 steps in a day because you're like, oh, let's look at that castle. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's fun,
and you don't feel it. Whereas here, it's like, oh, gotta go to the mailbox. My life. I'm exhausted. Ash just left the building.
I've just walked to the side because I want to see. It looks like the wind's picking up. I'll open the door.
Well, how about you show us on your camera? Because all we're looking at is your stupid pattern wall.
Hang on. I'll show you. Hang on. I'll go out and see if you can. I won't be able to see this, but you guys will.
No, mate, you'll work it out.
Can you see me?
What's that in your hand?
I see your hand. And see you. Okay, there's your face.
See you.
Can you see that?
Just shoot it over your shoulder, buddy. It's not the first time today you've done that.
It's frozen at my end.
Yeah,
I wish. Hey. It's not working. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll get it set up. Oh, you got it?
It did. Just hold it there. It'll catch
briefly.
up.
Just point it towards the ocean, you dipshit.
Just hold still.
Hang on, I've got to balance it. Hang on. Is that balancing?
Buddy.
Shit, you can't see
it. Give us a look and we'll see if it works for tomorrow.
Oh, no, I'll go out into the kitchen tomorrow.
Yeah,
it just blurs out.
Done.
It's too
you
bright.
got to fix your exposure, mate. You need a bit of a light on yourself tomorrow.
It is. If I was on the television trying to describe the conditions, I'd say it's f***ing wild out here, Carl, at the moment. It's insane. That's as wild as I've seen. And the water's getting up close to, not quite close to the road, but not far off it.
But then you go a street back, and it's just like nothing. It's like nothing's going on.
Well,
It's
20
so bizarre.
minutes
If you're on
ago,
the
it was
surf-
blue skies. It was like 20 minutes ago, there's people out running around and just like...
Can I say there's one comment that was made during the show today, and we're not experts, so don't take this and run with it. But category 2, and what's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff said.
I heard
Jeff.
that. He said, everyone take a chill pill.
And my cousins, I got my Auntie Murray down for the moment. She lives up in Ayr, or one of those places where they always hit. And her son said, category 2. It doesn't even. It's a stiff wind.
Yeah,
That's in his exact words. Was it's a stiff wind, and they.
See, I had dinner last night with like my old man and his wife Elise, and they've been through 2 Category 5 cyclones
the real shit
up at Mission Beach, and the second one that they went through, they literally were huddled around a toilet for like 8 or 9 hours. And this had nothing to do with the cyclone. This was just a date night.
They just had a bad hit.
No, but they were in the... My old man's not into the eckies.
He's not into eckies. Bill, I'm sorry, Bill.
But no, 8 hours where they were just like locked in this toilet cubicle, and it was... I went up there 2 days after to help with the cleanup. It was quite obviously ferocious. And a cat too, to them, it's like they're not even...
They scoff.
Not even stressed. Yeah, exactly. They snicker. It's like, that's cute. That's cute. A cat too, that's cute.
I copped a little bit of that from a 9-year-old at school the other day. I was picking the boys up, and he just he walks up. I don't even know if he knows my kid, but, kids just sort of find each other. And he looked over at me. He said... and he reminded me the way he spoke of that bloke, we always tell the stories of when you interviewed him for the floods, Ash, way back when. He comes up to me, this 9-year-old, and says, "We've been talking cyclones because there's one coming for us." I said, "Oh, yeah?" He goes, "I've lived through 2 Cat 5s. And I said, "Oh, you're from North Queensland, mate?" He goes, "Yeah, 2 Cat 5s. And he just sort of walked off like, "Yeah, Cat 2s don't mean shit, mate. Like, I'm 9. I don't get out of bed for less than a 3, Yeah. And here we are panic buying.
Yeah, everyone's flexing on what cats they've been through at the moment. Yeah. Like even my fake weather report that's online at the moment, people overseas who think it's real are like, ha, pathetic, cat 2, whatever.
Yeah, when we had a reputation, Australians, to be tough as nails.
Tough.
It's not helping.
I know, but then also, we didn't know those floods in 22 were going to be that bad, and I think this is our overreaction after that because we were not prepared for that whatsoever.
Yeah, I hope so.
We had pregnant women swimming out of communities because they couldn't get to food or water. It was
the pregnant women.
Yeah, it took her 7 days to get to civilization. She was hiking through stuff because they just weren't prepared to the Hemsworths, and I think it was Mick Fanning were leading the charge in rescuing people during the Northern Rivers. So I think
they had the jet skis out.
That's right.
Yeah, the jet skis, and we've got our jet ski at the ready. Even though it doesn't look like we're going to use it, we're still yet to use it. Might get it out today because it's leave past Thursday.
I pretended I was drowning just in the waters down there, just so one of the Hemsworths, hopefully Chris, came and saved me. I ended up getting Luke. I kicked him in the face.
I look at you and go, no.
I said, get away. I want Chris, Luke.
What are you doing?
I don't want an extra from Westworld. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Or whatever shitty series
imagine somehow he is that.
Yeah.
We can say that because he's our favourite Hemsworth.
Yeah, he's my favourite.
I'm
sucking up to him now, mate.
He is my favourite. He is my favourite, but
I tell you what, I'm watching. I don't know if you can see. We've had the storm on our TV the whole time, and we're watching it doing its thing.
I thought that was your dog's anus. I thought that
was
was
even funny. He just said anus.
Whiskey's ass. Is it? Well, there's a big.
I thought it was quite funny. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
funny.
It does look like a dog's anus with fleas or something crawling around it.
Really?
That's the wind. Look at it.
It looks more like a mammogram, if I'm honest. But it's been the longest. It's like being on the longest haul flight ever. Like we just keep watching it. The kids keep waking up.
Hurry up!
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're not there.
Yeah, even if you sped it up over the last 24 hours like they do, it'd still be not moving much.
Yeah.
Well, it even went backwards for a bit. Yeah.
What about this? I'm just reading here. Ice Cube is in town. Like he's on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's stuck.
And it's going, Ice Cube reveals he's trapped in a Gold Coast hotel amid Cyclone Alfred. Like he's into... He's at the Langham.
Just walk out the other way, but
everybody spare a thought for Ice Cube doing it tough. Like, isn't he happy he's off the streets of Compton? He's literally in one of the nicest places I can possibly imagine.
If you're going to get stuck somewhere, the Langham's probably... Yeah. And I had to have the best buffet in the world 4 days in a row. Like, who gives a shit?
I got comped lobster every night. I don't know how I'll survive. It's like spare a thoughts and prayers for all the super yacht owners of the Gold Coast as well.
That's a good point.
Yes,
they can't go out this weekend.
Godspeed, because they can't get there.
Parade around.
They can't put their massive boats in those small canals, you know.
They can't. No, they can't.
They've got to leave it in the ocean. Did you see my cat thing I sent you just then? On our group?
What?
Hang on, I was looking at the Ice
It's a breakdown of the different categories and what it's on your phone, Nikki.
Cat
No.
1, Cat 2.
You're using your phone. Oh, don't worry about that.
I'm using my phone for Zoom.
It's not that funny.
My laptop's a bit...
It's hurricane categories.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You should post that on our page.
It is pretty
Cat
good.
Cat 5's great. That's funny.
See, we're Cat 2. That's a stiff storm. That's a stiff wind. You know, the cat's not even moving.
No movement.
Don't get airborne.
Have you seen the viral video of the dog in the cyclone that went out to drop a deuce and like literally it's snapping off cables and they're just flying through the air?
No, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that one? Oh, I'm sure that one will do. It'll pop up on your feed now that I've said it.
I'm going to put that
it's pretty
cat
funny.
one on my Instagram.
The cat one's funny. I like that. We should put it on ours, except we're not allowed to take the piss out of the cyclone, which is all we've done for the last 5 minutes on this podcast.
What are we supposed to do? We interviewed every politician in the Southern Hemisphere as well.
Yeah, I know.
Can we put
Jesus Christ. When we got to Shrindog, I thought, can we talk about anything other than the cyclone, mate? Like, what's going on? Who are you tipping
fresh
tonight?
Out of questions.
Yes. Do you think Brendan Pirakura will replace Jajewski in the second row, like early in the game, or how do you reckon they're going to use the bench, Lord Mayor?
What can you do to ensure that we do not lose power between 7 p.m. and 9:15 p.m.? Like that's all we're taking the piss out of the cyclone.
I'll be pissed off.
Don't take the power from us tonight. Come on.
No, that's it.
We're done.
Everybody, take care of each other, and we'll speak to you tomorrow.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.